In this exciting video, I will be diligently pursuing a formidable bear, a truly challenging endeavor. So there will inevitably be blood, and it will undoubtedly be quite painful. I want to specifically address those individuals who absolutely do not accept hunting in any form whatsoever. Please, turn off your monitors immediately and do not agitate or further damage your delicate nervous system. You genuinely won't be able to fundamentally change this challenging situation, and it's a well-known fact that nerve cells, unfortunately, do not regenerate themselves. And as long as hunting truly remains a legal and accepted method of obtaining wild animals, we dedicated hunters will certainly continue to hunt and pursue this activity.
С Тургутом, походу, беда случилась.
Well done. Looks like a bear killed someone in Surgut. The bear is very aggressive. I realized this even as I was approaching when I saw that one of the dogs wasn't moving at all, just standing in place while two other dogs were working. The dog is 270 meters away. I'll go see what to do. 270 meters. That's it, guys. It's a bear. A good one. Good. Oh no, there he goes. You're my good boy. Come here. You got hit, didn't you? You are simply a fairy tale. You didn't give it there, did you? Turgut. All covered in blood. And I already buried him before his time. You are my boy. You are a song. You are my Turgut. You are my good one. Got hit by a bear again, huh? You don't want to at all. You're with them. This is cultural work. You definitely have to climb everything. I thought he had you tied up, but he just pressed you down, right? Pressed you down, caught you, and it looks like you were lying there for me. You are my boy. Where is it leaking to? Yeah, let me take a look. Yeah, let me take a look at you. Oh, there it is.
Well, it's just a little bit here.
You are my good one. Thank God you're alive. Don't go there. A fight is about to break out over there with you guys. I know you guys. So where should we look for those ropes? Did I really take them out? All right, I have a leash. I'll just sit with the leash for now. Thank God you're alive. He got caught under the bear. He's all covered in blood. He pressed the bear down and threw it aside. It's all right. Thank God you're walking. The most important thing is that we'll make it home. You can't go under the bear. The bear caught him, took him out of the game. 2 dogs finished the job. Thank God you're alive. You're my good boy. You're my dog. You're my Turgut. You're my good one. Why do you keep getting under them like that? Why do you have such hatred towards them? Work like normal dogs do. Stay close by. Don't get in there. No, he still goes in anyway. Last year he got torn up. He was on sick leave for 3 weeks. And this year again, look, he tore his paw. Where else? The collar is somewhere here. Everything's covered in blood, I don't know. Anyway, the bear knocked him out. And to be honest, I already thought he was done for. Well, thank God he's okay. He's a good dog, damn it. They just keep going after those bears. I just don't know. The better a dog works, the less it lives, as they say. That's a good little bear. Well, not a little bear, a real bear. All right, all right. I said he's good. No. I said no. No, I said. He stopped. You got blood on your head, too. I said no. Easy, easy. Your nose looks like a boxer's. Damn, what a mess. This one's an idiot, too. She got hit, too, basically. Only Azart is completely fine today. Azart is old. He's 13 years old. He's a bit tough, a seasoned pro. And these ones, at 5 years old in the summer, they can't really control their aggression. And that's probably happened a couple of times, too. Turgut always ends up under the bear. Every hunt, he ends up under the bear. Thank God, so far we've only had a bit of a scare. There's nothing you can do about it. The dogs are just that passionate. So I've got Udmurt from Udmurtia and the male Azat. And this is Borisyato. Today you could call the hunt Udmurts and 2 Borisyenkos. That's just how it is. I brought him along today for Azart's voice too. I usually hunt with 2. Turgut's voice is a bit weak.
It's not always really truly possible to approach with him directly. If you make some noise, the North seems to have a loud voice. But this Turgut is greedy. That's how it is. Looks like Turgut got hit pretty hard. Thank God, at least he's still alive. And this one, it seems, just got scratched by a claw. Today they worked from 10 o'clock. Honestly, it turned out unclear for me. I think they found the bear later. The box sensors weren't working. Until I got closer, I couldn't figure out what was going on. I see the dogs all gathered in one spot. So in short, they truly had a remarkably good and successful run today, and consequently, they all got quite excited and celebrated together with great enthusiasm. You're a good dog, you know. You're my best dog, my old boy. Handsome boy. I didn't start butchering the bear. I'll come back tomorrow with the young dogs. I want them to be fully present at this important event. To smell the scent of blood, the scent of the animal. And it's already too late to deal with this now anyway. I took out the entrails. I mean the abdominal cavity. Hung them on the birch tree over there. The rest can wait until tomorrow. There's no rush. The nights are cold. It's 0 degrees. That's how it was today. Yesterday it was -7. So there's really no heat. Nothing will happen to this bear. Let it lie there until tomorrow. I think it's very important to bring the young dogs. For them, it's absolutely essential if they're going to become good hunting dogs. So that's how it is. All right, guys, let's go. Sever, you're going on a leash. Otherwise, you'll start a fight here. I don't need any conflict. Turgot. Come on. I also collected the internal fat. Packed it in my backpack so I wouldn't have to carry as much later. Turgot. Come on, get up. We need to get to the road. We have an hour and a half of daylight left. Come on, my dears. Then we'll rest at home. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
No! I said no! Have you eaten? Good job, everyone. Get ready to begin.
Не пищи. Сейчас пойдете.
Well, I can't say that the dogs got really scared, but I also see they're not showing much interest either. Alright, let's get things warmed up. While I'm working with the bear, I'll tie them up nearby for now, so they'll be sitting in the blood, watching how it all goes and sniffing around. Maybe that'll help as an option.
Что там пищишь?
Now I'll have some tea too, or rather some coffee. Then I'll head home. I need to make it back before it gets dark. It's getting dark right before my eyes. I spent the whole day messing around with that bear. He stacked the meat on the platform, hung it up, and covered it with plastic so the rain wouldn't get it wet. You can't hide it from the crows anyway. They'll find it, dig it up from underground if they have to. The main thing is that the bear doesn't come. If the bear comes, he'll either eat it or just roll around in it and make a mess. After that, there won't be anything left worth taking. So that's how it is. The dogs basically sat patiently with me while I was butchering the meat, and they got a strong whiff of the fresh blood, and then they smelled the distinct scent. I wouldn't exactly say they were absolutely thrilled. They reacted quite neutrally actually, which was perfectly fine, I think. For 6-month-old puppies, that's pretty much precisely what you ideally want to see. As for how they'll actually work out in practice, only time will tell. In any case, you have to work with them somehow. No, Burkut, what are you trying to get over there? I didn't feed them meat because the meat hasn't been checked. I don't want to take any risks. We just sat and, as they say, watched with our eyes. Yesterday, I didn't allow the adult dogs either, and today, even more so, I didn't let the puppies. Because if, God forbid, it's trichomoniasis or something else, then I'll have to treat the dogs. That's also not exactly the best option. There's meat at home. When I get back, I'll feed them meat at home. They'll manage. They spend most of the time just lying around anyway. So that's that. Alright, before it gets dark too, I'll start getting ready.
I took out the second bag of fat yesterday and today as well. Yesterday a substantial portion of what I encountered was internal fat, and today I meticulously trimmed off even more. It must have amounted to approximately 20 kilograms, perhaps even considerably more without a doubt.
Ну что, ребят, домой пойдем? Домой пойдем. Ну подожди, не крути тоже. Мотаешься, блин, как блоха. Подожди, сказал. Блин. Тайга, не уходи далеко домой. Тайга, домой. Вперед. Вперед, 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 вперед.
Oh, we've checked the bear meat. It's good, healthy meat, so we're going to make stew out of it. And we'll also render some fat bear fat. My friends Vitya and Gina will help me with this because doing it all alone is really exhausting and time-consuming, and you just can't do everything by yourself. That's what friends are for, to help out. Right, guys? We'll need a meat grinder, a bowl, some working hands, of course, and bear fat. Gina is our expert in all these matters, especially when it comes to bears. It's best to use the fat slightly frozen, right? Isn't that right, Gina? All right, that's it then. I'll just hand you the cutting board. Vitya will do the cutting. Oh, you're grinding, and Gina is cutting, right? Perfect. Division of labor is present and encouraged. We need to make sure the content is high quality, so that people who follow your method will remember you fondly, and not the other way around. Yeah, that's right. The pieces should be small, about the size of a matchbox, just so they fit into the meat grinder. So let's cut them up a little like this. It's just significantly easier to precisely cut when it's a little bit frozen, perhaps partially frozen, and it also grinds up much, much better too, resulting in a finer consistency. But today is actually the first day it's snowing. What day is it today? The 10th? The 10th of October, yes. This year it's a bit earlier than Pokrov, but it's fine. We put the ground bear fat into a steam bath. For that, we use one larger pot. There's about this much water poured in here. A second pot floats inside it. The fat goes into that one. The pot is on the stove and heating up. The fat is slowly melting in the pot, turning into a liquid uniform mass. You rendered the rest yesterday, right? How many jars did you get? 30? Well, 20-something. 20-something, right? They're all different sizes. I see. Well, the fat should be enough for the winter, right? It'll be enough. The process of making this fat is, of course, a greasy one. Your hands, the dishes, the cutting boards, everything gets covered in fat. But what can you do? You need a lot of hot water. Yes, you need a lot of hot water to wash everything. So, well, when you're in good company, it all gets sorted out just fine. So now we are patiently waiting for the rendered fat to completely melt down, and then, with great care, we will meticulously pour it into suitable jars. For this crucial step, we will employ a very fine sieve, specifically one with the absolute finest mesh possible, ensuring the thinnest and most effective filtration there is, to achieve a perfectly clear and pure product. There you go. That's pretty much it. You can leave it, Jim. I'll clean everything up later. The leftovers go to the dogs. They worked hard, so they absolutely deserve some rich, nourishing bear fat too. Alright, that's certainly enough for now. Just leave some for the dogs. Why are you shaking out every last bit? Looks like we won't have enough jars, right? There's enough for a couple more here. Here are 2 more, maybe 3. Alright guys, I guess I'll take this water out, okay? Yeah, that's it. We don't need it anymore. Otherwise we'll end up steaming the whole house. So this is pretty much exactly how it ultimately turns out for us in the end. Go ahead, put it down, it's fine. Just set it there. Just put it here, it's nothing complicated. So from this particular piece that we actually got a total of 8 jars, right? Yeah. That's truly great indeed. We're making stew. And this is the kind of product we end up with. I'd like to share the recipe. It's been perfected over the years. The stew turns out looking pretty good, and it's all set in jelly. But unfortunately, there's just not enough time for everything. Maybe some other time. Good luck to everyone.